Welcome to the highlights of the game between Avoncroft and Brockhampton on 11th of June 2022. Delighted to say that today I have some summarising from former Croft captain Jon Hunter. Pick up the action relatively early on. Thus far, Dan Elliott's scored a few boundaries, but Josh Cound really seems to be taking it to the bowlers and has quickly raced to almost 50. Dan Elliott with a little flick off the pads, down to fine leg. And he should pick up 2 for that. Josh has absolutely leathered that. 1 bounce, 4 runs. Big shout. Going down, not out. Same shot again there. Bowling 2 straight to Josh. Flick that off his pads. Straight to the boundary. 4 more runs. Little dab, rotate the strike, single. Good to see from Josh, wanting to keep the strike. Likes this bowler from the top. He smashed that right over the tree, just clipped the tree. So it went for 4, even though it's landed in the field on the other side. Dan going for the slog sweep. Just chipped it down, fine leg, just for the single. Putting Josh straight back onto strike, who promptly clubs that away. It's running away, and that's 4 runs. Dan getting in on the action, that's 4 more to the total. Lovely little flick off the pads again from Josh, 4 more. When Josh is in this sort of mood, they really don't want to put it onto his pads, because he'll flick you away for 4 all day long. And there's 4 more, exactly the same shot. So, bowler comes in, straight onto the pads again, dealt with by Josh, all the way this time for 6 runs. Not sure the bowlers have really learned for the way to bowl to Josh in this innings just yet. Smash that one away. At least that one's more on off stump, but it's still run away for 4. Same again, 4 more. Bowler in once again. Josh clubs that away. Could have gone for 6. No, 1 bounce. Just clipped the tree. 4 more runs. Another big appeal. Well, that one's drifting down leg. Dan shouting for 2. And they get that comfortably. In on the legs again. That's dealt with once again. Josh is seeing this ball so well today, and he's smashed away another 4. Bowler's in. Dan's driven that one away. And is joining in the boundary fest with Josh with 4 more runs. Dan facing again. Beautiful drive. Held the pose, 4 runs. So Brockhampton brought the spinner on from the top. Josh just seeing everything so well at the moment. Again smashes that away for 4. That one could have gone away for 6. Nope, 4. 1 bounce, 4 runs. So Dan Elliott facing the spinner from the top. Bit of a muted shout, that one, not out. Josh is seeing the spinners so well at the moment. He just clubbed that one away for yet another boundary. So, spinner in again to Josh, seeing it so well. Stand and deliver. 4 more. Racing towards his 100. It's caught hold of that one. Gone all the way for 6 runs. It's been quite an innings so far. Dan basically trying to pass the strike to Josh, who then promptly smashes it out of the park. That said, that was a perfect textbook drive from Dan. High elbow, smashes it over the top, 4 runs. It's Josh joining in once again. I think that's going to go all the way for 6. And it has, right over to the pavilion. That just leaves Josh 1 boundary away from his 100. Oh, he's bowled up an absolute pie. Josh has dealt with it, and that brings up his 100. Fantastic century from Josh, off hardly any balls whatsoever. So, Josh facing the spinner. He's hit that hard and high and into the playing fields for 6 runs. Keeping it straight again. Nice little chip down to 3rd man. 4 runs. So, Dan Elliott facing. Loving that little sweep shot. Didn't quite get it away this time. Josh facing the spinner. Floated high. Flicked it away for yet another boundary. Full toss. Josh straight onto it. Smashed away. 4 more. So, spinner giving it a lot of air. Josh straight onto it. And 6 runs. So, spinner stays on. Josh hits high, up in the air. Another one into the field. And that's 6 more. Josh, oh, he's not quite got that one up to the fielder. Long off. And that sees the end of Josh for 141. And I think Duncan Roke has been promoted up the order. Duncan's gone for a big hit. Oh, and he's been dropped. First life for Duncan. Could be very costly for Brockhampton. Spinner into Duncan. Big shout. Not out. Duncan living quite dangerously early doors. But he can soon turn that around and start smashing 4s and 6s. Full toss. Duncan onto it really quickly. And that's gone right into the school. So I think that's another lost ball for the day. Dan Elliott looking to eye his 100 as well, as he hits that one away for 4 runs. Gets the paddle sweep away this time. Just a single. Another full toss to Duncan. Really not the thing to do. He's hit that right over the pavilion. Hope you're enjoying the pavilion, Duncan. And that's 6 more runs. Dan Elliott going a bit more aggressive, having basically handed the strike to Josh while he was seeing it so well. That's gone up towards the tree. That's just a single. Dan hit that one quite hard. That one's going to run away for 4 runs. So spin it in. Dan slog sweep, gets it this time, 6 runs. Duncan running down the pitch to the spinner, hits it on the full toss, and that has gone over the trees, into the field, over the road. What a massive hit from Duncan. Yet again, he's running down the track. Bowler's absolutely hating it, and he's gone for 6 more. Duncan goes again, this time. Bowler dropped it a little bit shorter. Duncan's flicked it away and got a single. So the pace brought back on from the top. Dan's flicked that one away, down to fine leg for 2 runs. Duncan again hits the ball so hard, that's raced away along the ground, 4 more runs. So Duncan facing the spinner from the bottom, running down the pitch again. The spinner did see him coming and did drop it a little bit shorter. Left to settle for the single. Dan Elliott facing up to the medium pacer. Hits it high, and that's 4 more. That leaves Dan just a boundary away from his 100. He's caught hold of that. That's run away. 4 more runs, and that brings up his 100. Spinner into Duncan, drops it a bit short. Duncan dabs it away. Loves that little late cut actually. See Duncan play that quite a bit. That's going to just pick up 2 more runs. Duncan onto that very quickly. And you just hear the ball clatter into the pavilion once again. Duncan sees the full toss very quickly. That's gone into the car park, and that's 6 runs. Dan's clipped that one away. Bowler looking a little bit disconsolate as he's clipped away for 4 more runs. Spinner. Dan really got hold of that. That's the one over the top of the tree, and that's 6 runs. Dan facing up once again. Goes again. Over the tree. Just 4 this time. Clipped the top of the tree. And that's 4 runs. So, spin it into Duncan. He's down the track again. Same result. 6 more runs. Dan down on one knee, slogs it away. 4 more. Oh, Duncan. Second life there. Could have been stumped. So, spinner into Dan. Going over the top again. Didn't quite get it. That sees the end of Dan caught in the deep for 124. With that, I'll hand over to Jon Hunter to summarise the first innings.
Well, what of an end of an innings there for the Croft, finishing on 390 for 3 off 46 overs. Declaring there Josh Count, leaving Duncan Roke short, 90 not out. I hope he bought a beer for him after the game. Count starring with the bat, the makeshift opener, 141 with 19 fours and 8 sixes. And the guy that was never going to be good enough to be an opener, Dan Elliott, scoring 124, including 18 fours and 2 sixes. Ben Warwick really missing out today, scoring 2 with the bat. But interesting to see that Cowan showed some attacking intent there, declaring with 4 overs to make sure that the Croft would be able to dismiss Brockhampton. The captain for Brockhampton is probably regretting the fact he won the toss and decided to field. Let's see how the second innings goes.
Picking up the action with Paul going through a long spell, really not going for many. Took a wicket on the very first ball of the game, which put Brockhampton right on the back foot. And then he's bowled another one through there, straight through to the keeper. Another wicket, that's 2 for Paul. At this point, Brockhampton in a world of pain, 10 for 3, chasing 390. So, Josh in from the bottom. Chipped up into the safe hands, Dan Elliott in the covers. That's 4 down with just 10 runs on the board. Josh bowling that little away swinger. Straight through, no run. Once again, tying up the batsman. Batsman coming in with a little bit more intent now. Big swing, swing and a miss. He's got a hold of that one though, and that one's going to run away for 4. Paul continuing to toil away from the top. So we have a change at the bottom with the youngster Rowan coming on. Bowling a nice line. So Rowan continuing from the bottom. Nice length, chipped up. Oh, that's beautiful. First wicket for the youngster on debut. First over. Amazing how many times the youngsters seem to pick up a wicket on their first over. So Paul coming to the end of his spell, just really tying up the batsman. Nothing being given away really. That sees the end of Paul's spell. 7 overs, 2 for 17. Rowan continuing from the bottom. The very nice line and length, tying up the batsman. Really just not going for any runs or whatsoever. Looking to search out that second wicket. So, Matt Athy replacing his dad from the top. Bowling a nice length. Again, batsman being given nothing at all. Ooh, that one looks as though it hurt a little bit. Rowan bowling some lovely stuff from the bottom. And although I missed it on the camera, just took another wicket. Second on debut for the firsts. So Matt continuing from the top. Getting some Lovely carry. Nothing done from the batsman whatsoever here. Matt continuing to probe away from the top. It's only a matter of time before he picks up a wicket, I think. Just flick that one off his hips for 4 runs. So Al Rich with the leg spin from the bottom. Often picks up a wicket in his first over. Batsman down the pitch. That's bowled him all ends up. Had no idea what was happening with that. Beautiful spin. Top of off. Thanks for coming. Al Rich in again. Oh, very close. Once again. That's drifted down just for the single. Brings the right-handed back on strike. Al in again. Batsman hit that high. Down to Josh Count in the deep. That's another wicket for Al. 2 in the first over. Matt in, pulled up. It's gone away though. He's got his deserved wicket. And once again, over to John to summarise.
So the Croft made easy work there of the Brockhampton batting order, bowling and dismissing the side by for 116 off 28 overs. Those 4 extra overs were not that crucial, and Count could have let Roke bring up his 3 figures. If possibly it would have been the first time Croft have ever had 3 batsmen scoring 100 if Count hadn't declared early. Pick of the bowlers again. Athey clearly still does have it. 7 overs, 2 for 17. Count also chipping in with 2 for 14 with a controversially maybe a man of the match performance there from him. Big shout out to Rowan Levy there. 2 for 37 on first team debut. And once again Matt Athey chipping in and following in his father's footsteps, taking 1 for 35. And Al Richardson in, the mystery spinner, having a season of his life, picking up 3 for 12. A fantastic win there for the Croft. Always good to see a good batting track, making use by the top order. Good to do this today. Thanks for having me, Ian, and hope to catch everyone at the Croft sometime soon.